Hello and welcome to another episode of the Triumphant Life podcast. I am your host, Nicholas Trevillian, but my friends call me Coach Nicky T, and you can call me Coach Nicky T. Guys, before we dive into today's episode, I just wanted to hop on and share with you how huge and critical I think and believe that this episode could be for your brand and for your business. I'm getting ready to share with you my two favorite free marketing strategies. And I'm going to share with you a concept of long-form content, which is what I believe is a great and perfect way to share your brand and share your message online. Don't get me wrong. TikToks and Reels are great, but there's only so much you can share in 1 to 2 minutes. Some of my highest quality contents have come off of my YouTube channel, come off of my podcast in long-form content. And why? Before we get into the episode, why? Quick little tip for you. When you do long-form content, you're able to educate and provide results in advance. You're able to share what makes you different. You're able to teach a topic, a lesson that you just can't get out in 1 to 2 minutes on a reel or a TikTok. So in long form content, what it does is it attracts in your high quality customers and clients that want to make huge changes in your life. Somebody that's willing to listen to your podcast for 30 minutes is your ideal dream customer. Somebody that's willing to watch a 25-minute YouTube video of you, they have a problem that they want solved and you can help them solve that problem. So by you teaching in long form content, you're able to educate them on who you are, what makes you different, and about your brand and your business. Does that make sense? And as you can tell, I get really excited about today's episode because I know how huge this can be for your business. One, because you're able to educate, and two, because it is free. When running your business, guys, we have two forms of traffic. There's earned traffic and there's paid traffic. And this is a free earned traffic strategy. All it requires is some passion, a topic that you know, and a microphone or a camera, and you're able to hit record and share your mission, your message with the world. You're able to educate and help people and inspire and make a huge impact. So without further ado, guys, I cannot wait for you to dive into this episode of the Triumph Life podcast, my two favorite free marketing strategies. Enjoy. Want to unpack what I believe is the ultimate way of marketing your business, and that's long form content. And I'm going to share with you my two free favorite ways to generate leads in long form content. And let me explain why I believe long form content is the ultimate way to grow your brand and your business. Now, don't hear me wrong. I think TikToks are great and Instagram Reels are great. And I think post and Instagram is great. And I think your stories are great and polls and DMs and all that stuff is phenomenal. But if you notice, there's trends in marketing, right? And I see this. So all the trends now are run to Instagram Reels and run to TikTok. Well, you can only say so much in a 60-second reel or a 3-minute TikTok, right? And I think they've allowed up to 10 minutes now, but most TikToks are, a minute or two. And it's hard to really communicate your entire value or your entire brand, right? And so what happens is people start hacking the system with viral sounds and, trending sounds and 15-second videos to get likes and loves and hearts and comments and followers. However, you can't say something that's going to stand out to somebody in 15 seconds or even 60 seconds or 2 minutes. And so that leaves your clients or your customers or your followers wanting and craving more. Like, let that sink in. So if you're an educator, a coach, a service provider, and you teach people lessons, there's only so much you can teach in a 60-second TikTok. Now, don't hear me wrong. I still do them, and you should still do them as ways of getting attention. But that 60-second TikTok could lead then to long-form content. And this is the next phase of that, right, that people won't take because it takes a little bit of time. And I want to give it to you today and just drop this on you. So once you understand this is kind of one of those, once you see it, you can't unsee it things. Now, what is long-form content? Long-form content is what I'm doing now. It's educating somebody in a longer format where they can hear you in unedited content. I'm crazy about this, guys, and I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars in long-form, unedited content because it allows you to just rap or teach on a subject, right? It allows you to just go off on something that you know and educate your ideal prospect. Now, well, Nick, people don't have time to tune in. I'll tell you this. If your ideal prospect, your dream client, has a problem to solve and they really want to solve that problem or has a goal, which is what you do, right? We are paid in direct proportion by the amount of value we provide and problems that we solve. So if your ideal customer has this problem, do you think that they're likely to sit through a 10-minute, Facebook Live or a 30-minute podcast episode? Yeah. And think about the stuff that you consume. You might be watching TikToks and Reels and stuff like that. I do too. But I also, when I really want to learn a topic, what do? You invest in it. You spend the time in it. That's the podcast that you listen to and that you follow. Those are the YouTube videos. So if somebody drops you a YouTube video that's 45 minutes and it's the secret to getting shredded and you want to get fit, you're going to watch that, right? If it's the paid ad strategy to get to $1 million of revenue and you want to run paid ads, you're going to watch that. So I was so excited to record this for you guys today because if you can do some of these long form content strategies for free nonetheless, your business could change, your brand could change. So let me explain what's happened to me in my business. I love TikToks. I do them. I love Reels. I do them. I do the images, right? On Facebook or on Instagram. But what I'm finding now, and this is why I'm bringing this to you now, I'm starting to see the trend where my long form content delivers me back high quality engaged leads. Every podcast I do, every Facebook Live that I do, every YouTube video I do, somebody will DM me, specifically reach out to me saying, thank you, I needed to hear that. They'll tag me on Instagram with my podcast with what they learned from it. I just got a DM from a guy. So I went live last week, okay, and this is the strategy. I'll get into the 2 free strategies for you and break them down, but I'm giving you the 30,000 foot view so you understand it. I go live. It was 22 minutes, okay? No, Nick, that's 22 minutes. Yeah, but it's free, right? You're going to trade your time and your energy, or you're going to trade your money. So this was free, okay? Didn't cost me anything other than obviously a cell phone or your internet connection, right? But you already are paying for that. So I go live for 22 minutes and just shared a solid topic, okay? By the time I got off the live, could get a drink and take my puppy out for a walk, I had a DM from somebody that watched that. Just one of my, 4,900 Facebook followers DM me and said, bro, can you help me? Now, why does that happen? Why do you have leads literally emailing you or DMing you once you go live? Because you're teaching them that you are the coach or the service provider or the business that could help them solve their problem. What we call this, guys, is results first. When you give results first and you lead with education and you lead with content, people are seeing you now as that expert or that teacher or that coach. And what you're doing is you're letting them test drive what your services are like or what your program or your product is like. And it's results first. One of my favorite quotes is from Alex Hormozi, and he says, give them the secrets for free and sell them on the implementation. I'm going to say it again because it's that good, or maybe you're going to rewind this. Give them the secrets for free and sell them on the implementation. Now, what that means to me is if you go long form in the 2 strategies I'm getting ready to give you, and you educate for 15, 20 minutes or 30 minutes, right? You're giving them your secrets for free. But what it's also doing is calling out your dream customer and your dream clients. So if you went out and said, I'll give you a perfect example, okay? So one of our students this week took this strategy number 1, which I'm getting ready to give you, and he went live on Facebook, and I'll explain it. He goes and he teaches. Well, he's calling out, are you somebody that needs to invest your money and is looking for money management? By him calling that out, here's a lesson that will help you. You're attracting your ideal clients and detracting everybody else. And all you're simply saying is to your Facebook algorithm or to your YouTube video, hey, if you're looking for money management tips, watch this. If you're not, don't, right? If a personal trainer came out and said, hey, here's a tip on going keto, okay? If you're interested in keto, you're going to watch it. If you hate and despise keto, you're not, right? Then that's what I love about long form content is those that stay are somebody that wants to learn more. They're craving more of your content. Do you follow me? And let me just ask you this. Are you still listening to me? You are, right? Because you're craving that content as a free strategy to grow your business. So by me delivering long form to you, I can educate in a real, just non-edited, just real and raw version, an authentic version of myself teaching you that I can't do in a 60-second TikTok. You follow me on that? So to the free strategies, because I promise you those. I love the free strategies because anybody can do them. And if you're at that point of looking at somebody that's like, dude, I don't have the bankroll for the paid ads, I've been there and I get that, right? And so you look at somebody that's like, dude, I'm doing like $1,000 a day in ad spend. I'm like, bro, I don't have it. But I love this. Like if you have a smartphone, you can do this. If you have an internet connection, you can do this, and you have a passion to serve. So I love free strategies because when they work, they're awesome. And when you start getting clients, they're awesome. But what it allows you is tools to actually influence your business and influence the growth, right? You'll see literally double, triple, 10x growth once you start implementing these two free strategies. So without further ado, let's dive right into them. Number one, which I just kind of alluded to, is a Facebook Live or Instagram Live. Now, why do I say Facebook or Instagram? It's really where you have the most amount of followers, right? Now, it could be TikTok Live or even a YouTube Live. However, most people have that 3,000, 4,000 friends on Facebook that are like real people and they're not bots, right? Most people on Instagram, it just really depends on where you have the most amount of followers, or you could do both. I'm cool with that. So really what a live strategy is finding the platform that you have the most amount of followers and then going live and teaching a topic and adding value and doing results first. Very similar to what I'm doing right now, okay? So if you were to go once a week or twice a week and share badass content, what you do, and teach a topic, what happens? People start seeing you as that trusted advisor. And don't get me wrong, photos are great, and going to Canva and developing a great graphic image is phenomenal. It's all cool stuff. However, a picture can't say what you're trying to say. A picture doesn't show your eyes, your passion, your sincerity, your voice inflections. And again, back to why I love long form content, there's no editing. There's no, production value-wise, all you have to do is hit record and you're done. You're streaming your message to the world live, right? So you don't have to worry about a video editing team or the cost to take that on. It's just you literally at a microphone or at a phone, at a camera, just sharing what you know best. And I found people relate to you with that. You know, oftentimes we like to watch reality shows like the Kardashians because you take these uber goober celebrities, but then you see them in their jammies, like unfiltered, right? You see them without makeup on, and you start to feel like, wow, these guys are kind of human. And I so believe in this authenticity in your brand and in your marketing. So for me, Facebook Live, I go live 1 to 2 times per week. One, like gospel, most weeks it'll be 2 times, and I just teach a topic. And I do results first, and I teach classes. And every single live that I do, without fail, I end the live, and there's a DM. Not me DMing other people. Let this sink in. Somebody reached out to me saying, hey, dude, I saw your video. I love that. Can you help me? Let me just share with you an example. A few months ago, I go live, and I teach a topic. I teach my Starfish Marketing Method live, okay? And I'm just rapping. It's something I'm passionate about. You can see that in my eyes. And I'm unloading for like 20 minutes. And sure enough, I get off the live. I go check my DMs. Hey, brother, I heard what you're saying. Can you help me implement that into my business? Got on a sales call the very next day. That was a $3,000 sale. And I was like, wow, that made $3,000 in that 20 minutes live. Literally 2 days ago, one of our students, they just kind of started sharing his example. My man Eagle goes live and teaches he's a financial advisor. He wrote a book with me called Bottom Dollar. He's a financial advisor, and he's at a whiteboard teaching this lesson, okay? And he goes and he raps about this lesson, and it's phenomenal, okay? It's phenomenal. And so what he does is he just unloads on the whiteboard, okay? And sure enough, the video has like 400 or 500 views for free. He doesn't have to pay for them. And sure enough, he ends the live and his DM goes off. And what is it? A client saying, brother, I didn't know you did that. I have some money to invest. Can you help me? Second example, my man Kevin, he's in garage floors. He does epoxy floors and garage storage. He's out at a job site. He doesn't necessarily have to educate, but he's at a job site showing what they did. So he's not at a whiteboard. He's not like a white collar suit and tie kind of guy. He's a blue collar, rough and rugged contractor. So he's out there all sweaty, and he's at a job site showing before and afters and educating on the colors of epoxy. Sure enough, I'm reading his DMs. Lady says, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get in touch. Well, Kevin went ahead and showed me his snapshots. So lady DM'd him, just like I'm telling you to do. Check this, guys. These 2 steps right here. This is a client getting system. This is the 2-step client getting system. You want clients? Follow these 2 steps. Like, that's why I call it the client getting system, because it gets you clients. So sure enough, Kevin gets off and he sends me the snapshot of the DM, and here's what the lady said. Oh my gosh, I love your color schemes. I need epoxy. I need garage storage. We have a brand new home being built. Could you bid this out for me? That's a $4,800 job. He went live for 10 minutes, has a potential $4,800 sale for free. For free. So many people want to chase paid ads and want to chase Instagram ads and Facebook ads because we want to be like these uber goober mega gurus. I believe in practicing the basics first and getting your foundation right. People come to me, Coach Nicky T, I want to start running ads. Great, get your Facebook Lives going first. No, I said I want to run ads. I know you did. What Facebook Lives allow you to do is shake the trees for your audience Let them know who you are and what you do and clean up this low-hanging fruit. And it really allows you to start shaping your voice and shaping your message and building your brand. And what it does is it allows you to get clear on your teaching, on your content, on your offer. Then when you are warmed up and ready, then we can turn on a spigot for paid ads. But it's a free strategy. Every single time I go live, something really cool happens. Now, the thing that I want to make sure I stress to you, if you're not going to become the promoter for your business, nobody else is. Think about this. I don't know about you, but your odds are if you're listening to me, you're probably a solopreneur, kind of the one-man band, and you're your brand. Or you got a couple employees and a couple sales guys. Most people that are attracted to the Triumphant Life or a Menace group, you don't have this bankroll to lead with, right? And so every penny matters, but you also don't have the bankroll to hire like a high-class PR firm. Am I right? Do you have a PR agency running your social content? No, most people I talk to, they grind that stuff out with their smartphone. You're the one doing your photos, right? And so with that being said, if you're not going to become your biggest promoter, who is? Nobody. Let that sink in. We had this conversation in our coaching group this week, had a great discussion. I want to share it with you here is if you're not going to become your biggest spokesperson and you're the one that is chasing your own goals, trying to feed your family, trying to grow your business, if not you, then who else? So I just believe this, who is better to become the spokesperson of your brand and of your business than you? As the CEO, you being the front-facing person is the best thing that you can do for your brand. Even if you're not the one doing the selling like at the doors or on the calls, if you have salespeople, that's awesome, congratulations. But you are still the brand, right? Now, even worse, if you are the one doing the selling at the door or on the calls, you need to be the one communicating on the front end who you are and what you do. And when you do this, you're going to be surprised because some people will reach out or hit you in the DMs and go, man, I didn't know you did that. Right. Because like they don't wake up at the end of the day thinking about you. Like they don't wake up at 6 a.m. and there's not like a sticky note on their nightstand or their mirror that's like, oh, I got to send my realtor referrals today. Oh, I got to call my dentist and see how they're doing. No. But with the power of social media and the power of going live, you're able to hop on and come into their lives almost like a TV show. So what I recommend here, guys, in these 2 free strategies, the 2-step client getting system that is actually free, here's what I want you to do. Pick a day per week. This is action items with Coach Nicky T. Pick a day per week that you're going to go live and make that your TV show. Make that your TV show. And just go live at the same time, same place, every single week. And what happens is people will start to get used to that and start tuning in. Well, Nick, my business isn't that sexy. If it's not sexy to you, it's not sexy to them. Go live and share your heart. So check this out. Well, Nick, I'm too good for that. Check this out. Grant Cardone, we all know GC, right? Uncle G, had a seminar a few months ago. And this was really, really cool because as you can tell, I'm very passionate about the subject because it's a free strategy, right? It allows you to reach more people and grow your business and make money and have a really good time for free. So all I'm asking you to do is like 20 minutes, right? So Grant Cardone goes live on Instagram and I tune in and I was like, holy crap, GC's going live. This is crazy. I thought he was like this mega, mogul, right? He goes, hey guys, I'm going to be going live every day for the next 18 days leading up to the event. And I went, no freaking way. Thanks, GC, for this. Appreciate it, Uncle G. And so what he was doing was they had a seminar and he was going live every single day for 20 minutes talking about the seminar and leading up to that. And I don't know how many thousands of sales that led to, but when I was on, there was 5,000 people watching on average each day. So 5,000 people over 18 days, come the freak on. Do you think that he sold a few more concert tickets or seminar tickets to show up to see him talk? Abso-freaking-lutely. It's called getting attention. If you can get attention for free and promote whatever you're selling, that's amazing. But with that being said, make sure you lead first. So step number 1, pick a day per week that you're going to go live. Step number 2, pick a topic. Step number 3, hit live and go record. It's the biggest thing that you can do. Now, here's where it gets really, really cool. Side note, check this out. What you can also do is when you go live on Facebook, you can actually download that video and own the video now. So check this out. We'll get into repurposing later. I got some more content about that. But this is just a trick because I'm just excited for it. And if you're still listening and you're 17 minutes in, I'm going to drop you some bombs. When you go live, you can download that video. Well, now you have the video. What can you do with that? You can upload it to YouTube and make that a YouTube vlog. You could take that and splice that up into a bunch of 60-second clips. See what I'm saying there? 60-second clips. Hey, if you like this, you'll love the full 20-minute version. You see what I just did there? So now you just did an Instagram reel. You did some TikToks, right? And that's repurposing your content, okay? And then last but not least, ready for this one? This one's huge. Took me forever to realize this. You can actually rip the audio, the MP4, right off of that Facebook Live and turn that into a podcast. And so now people can watch you visually, right, on Facebook or Instagram Live. They can watch you visually on YouTube, but you can also just pull the audio form and make that a podcast. And then you can have that as a podcast on Spotify or on Apple Podcast, which leads me to my free strategy number 2 is podcasting. There's things that I'm really big on with long form content, and podcasting is one of them because, again, it requires no editing. There's no clipping things up. It's just you sharing a topic, results first, your heart and your soul and your message on an audible format. Now, I have found, back to Facebook Lives, I get a lot of solid clients. I get an insane amount of clients for my podcast, but they're quality clients. We don't get like 100. Well, I'll get one a week, and they're like the most rad person ever who's like totally bought into me because they've consumed some of my episodes. One of my best clients of all time, quick story, and then I'll educate you on how to do your podcast. My girl, Crystal. Crystal, I met at a seminar. We meet, shake hands, whatever. She follows me on Instagram. Well, I do my podcast. I promote my podcast on Instagram. Little quick clip. Watch. Guys, like this is a freaking script for you. It's free. Quick 60-second clip. Hey, if you like this, you'll love the full version. Okay, so here's what happens. Crystal goes and listens to one of my full versions of my episodes, and it was jam-packed, okay? And then she gets off that, DMs me and says, hey, just listen to that episode. I have a couple questions on that. Would you be willing to hop on a call with me so I can learn more? We hop on a call. She's already predisposed to do business with me, likes me, trusts me, right? I've built myself up as an authority because I've educated her first. Watch where this goes. I hop on the call. It's an easy sales call, right? She feels like she already knows me because she had listened to hours of my content in long form content. So we hop on a call and she's like, oh my gosh, I was thinking about writing a book. I heard you write books. Can you help me? And I was like, yeah, I'd love to. And she literally bought my program on the call. Now, would that have ever happened if she was a brand new lead that didn't know anything about me and had just watched a couple 60-second reels or TikToks? Heck no. Again, back to the point of why I believe in long-form content, this is why. No, it's not the only thing. It's part of your toolbox. It's part of your arsenal. Do you follow me on that? Like, you have a toolbox behind you, and depending on the day, some days might be a TikTok reel. Some days it might just be a quote on Instagram, right? But then over the top, leading with this long-form content. Now, check this out. What I really love to do is take on topics like your frequently asked questions. Watch this. This is where this gets powerful for you. Back to the Facebook Live and back to the podcast, right? You could list out your top 10 frequently asked questions, your top 10 should ask questions. There's 20 episodes. Do them one per week and go record those. Now watch where this gets really big. If you went and recorded 10 of your top 10 frequently asked questions that your customers are already running into and recorded them once a week over the next 10 weeks or twice a week over the next 5, now you have an asset. So when that comes up for a potential client, you're able to fire them off the YouTube link or fire them off the Facebook link. What I love to do, and this is just a sneaky Nicky T trick for you, because if you are still listening again 20 minutes in, I'm going to give you more value out of this call than you can ever imagine, and it's free. Because the guy that's giving you the 2 free strategies of the two-step client getting system has to give you value. The whole point is to give value and results first. So somebody's like, oh, I like that, okay? So if you do this, if you go live on Facebook and you have like a potential lead, okay? Here's what I'd love to do. If somebody has asked about like my services or coaching with us, I'll go tag them back in the Facebook Live. Hey, Johnny, you might be interested in this. That's my favorite thing to do because then they feel taken care of. It's a touch point. They feel heard. And I don't have to follow up them like a sleazeball. Hey, are you considering? No, I'll go tag them and say, hey, I know you were thinking about writing a book. Go watch this video. Or, hey, I know you wanted to grow your business. Go watch this video. And I love that. So your frequently asked questions become then almost like an online course, which that's a different story for a different day of downloading those and then uploading those to a website like Kajabi and turning them into an online course in 10 weeks. Yeah, I just said that. You have any questions about that? DM me. Get a hold of me in the DMs. I just breezed over that because I don't want to take too much time in this episode. But yes, what I just told you was you can record your own online course, 1 video per week over the next 10 to 12 weeks and have an online course that then you can sell or give away for free. Yeah, that's what's up. For free. Great. You can build an online course. Oh, anyway, DM me. Okay. Now back to the podcast is it allows you to rap on a topic in long form. And again, it's free. So the reason that I love podcast is you don't have to worry about your makeup or whatever. Like, guys, if you're watching me, obviously you can see me, but like if you're listening to the audio, I'm in a hoodie right now. It's a Sunday morning at 10:45, okay? I'm rocking a hat. I got my little bubbly sparkling water here, but I can just shoot and just be raw, right? And so that's why I like a podcast because you don't have to have your makeup on. You don't have to be in a dress. Guys, I'm in board shorts, right? Like I'm in boardies. Look, like I'm in shorts right now, right? And I got flip-flops on. I'm not in a studio. I'm on a microphone plugged into literally my laptop. And so what the podcast allows you to do is educate. this hit me like a ton of bricks. And I want to just give you guys some tricks. Well, Nicky T, I don't have a studio like the Joe Rogans. Stop buying into the fact. Joe Rogan just got like 150 million for his podcast, okay? You're a small podcast. Let's own that. So this will change your game when it comes to podcasts, and it changed mine. Like, I follow Andy Frisella, the MS CEO, and they're out of these dope-ass, like, radio shows, right? They're so sick, and they got these producers and these soundboards, and maybe you're sitting here going, well, Nick, I'll never be like that. I thought the same thing, and I was like, dude, I don't have that equipment. So what happens is it stops us. And that fear of not being there, like this imposter syndrome, right? Like, we're going to find excuses to not share. And I was like, well, I can't do it because I'm not Andy and I don't have these famous guests and I'm not Joe Rogan. And then I heard a podcast and it changed the way that I believe in this forever. Here it is. So Russell Brunson, one of my favorite marketers of all time, founder of ClickFunnels, author of .com Secrets, Expert Secrets, Traffic Secrets, and Unlock the Secrets, one of my favorite people ever. We've seen him live. We go to his conferences. We've used ClickFunnels. Anyway, I'm listening to his podcast, and he's a guru, like mega guru, founder of ClickFunnels, okay? And like, I'm listening to his podcast one day, and I was driving, which is why I love podcasts, because people can watch you or listen to you when they're driving, you know, their net time, they're on the treadmill. I don't know about you, but like, I listen to my podcast on the treadmill or on a walk, hence why I love this free strategy so much. And so I'm listening to his podcast one day, and I hear a car go by, like a motorcycle, and I was like, huh? And then he's driving, and you hear like brakes squeaking, like, and he gets to a stoplight. And I was like, what is going on here? And I couldn't understand, like, are they doing sound effects? And he goes, yeah, guys, I was just inspired. I just dropped off my kids at school. And I went, wait, what? So what I found from him was he records his podcast when he's driving, when he drops off his kids, and I think he's driving to the office, driving back home. Why? Because he has 15, 20 minutes of net time to record a real and raw topic about something. And it completely took this perception that I had of Joe Rogan and the MF CEO, and it just shattered it. Because Russell's on that level of these guys, right? And I was like, oh, that's the difference of styles. And I was like, wait, how's he doing this? So I went and researched it. He's recording his podcast off of his iPhone to his voice memos. So if you have a smartphone and voice memos, you can record a podcast. Isn't that like, let that sink in? I just said that. So you can get a lapel mic for $18 on Amazon. You could just speak right into your phone. Obviously, here I have a Yeti. This is a $100 microphone, and it's plugged into my laptop using QuickTime. So we don't have these fancy equipments and these soundboards and these podcast producers. I've recorded some of my favorite episodes literally on the voice memos tab of my iPhone, just speaking into it, because it allows you, again, unedited ways of sharing your passion, sharing your coaching, sharing your advice, and sharing your knowledge. And back to where we started. The reason that I believe long-form content is king, yeah, don't get me wrong. 60-second content sparks attention, can grow your social channels. But people that want to learn more about you want to learn more about you. People that have a problem to solve want to solve that problem. So give them long-form content that allows them to get to know you, and you teach and you solve that problem in long-form content. So this episode's running at 26 minutes right now, right? I couldn't have said this inside of 2 minutes. And if you're still listening, you're probably nodding going, I get it. And I hope you're understanding the power of long-form content. I believe in this. It's a Warren Buffett quote. When everybody else zigs, I zag. And everybody's running on the 60-second TikTok train. And I'm for it. I'm doing it. I'm all about that. And I'm telling you to do that. But that link in your bio needs to give them opportunities to learn more. I think your TikTok and your Reels and your Instagram should be breadcrumbs, right? It should be a clear path. So then they can get on your YouTube channel, get on your Facebook Lives, and get on your podcast and learn more, which is why I believe the 2 free strategies. 1, going live on Facebook, just to recap, free strategies, guys. The 2-step client getting system, go live on Facebook. It's free. Pick a day per week and pick a topic and just make that your day like it's your TV show and own this. And the quick tip on that we already shared was, if you're not going to be your biggest promoter, who is? So you have to become your biggest spokesperson. Like, own your brand and start teaching and educating and doing before after photos and transformations and having on, you know, people and sharing their story, right? Guys, people want to know what you do. And this is a free way of you streaming and letting them know what you do. So Facebook Live. And then the second thing is podcasting. I believe in podcasting so much. If you don't have a podcast and want some help, I'll do it for you for free. Guys, DM me, get a hold of me on Instagram at The Triumphant Life. Hit me in the DMs wherever you can find me. and I will literally walk you through step by step on how to get your podcast started from start to finish. So a quick story for you, because you're probably sitting there going, well, I don't have the technology. Yeah, you do. So a few years ago, I wanted to start a podcast, and I believe that if you just Google stuff, answers pop up. So check this out. So I literally went into a Starbucks. This is a true story, and I can't make this. It's burned into my brain because it taught me so much. Prior, perception was, I got to have a studio, and it's tough. I literally went to a Starbucks. I ordered a venti iced coffee, and I asked the young gal, I said, hey, what time do you guys close? She goes, I think we close at 9 tonight. It was 4 p.m. I said, okay, cool. I'm going to be here till you close. And she goes, okay, cool. And I sat down and I made a commitment to myself that I was going to figure out in that setting how to start a podcast. And so I sat down and I got on Google and I said, how to start a podcast. And check this out. It brought me the website Anchor. Anchor is owned by Spotify, and Anchor is a podcast network that allows you to start your podcast, host your podcast, and then submit it to Apple and Spotify and Google Cast and all this stuff. I was like, oh, wow, that seems easy. Started creating an account. Oh, okay, name, username, login, cool. Do you want cover art? Cool. Went to Canva, created a cover image, cool. Uploaded, okay, cool. Your podcast is live. I hadn't even drank of the venti of the 20-ounce drink. I hadn't even drank 4 ounces yet. And I literally was like, what? 45 minutes later, from walking to the Starbucks at 4 p.m., I literally was 4:45, and I'm like, holy crap, I just launched a podcast in less than an hour. Guys, I'm not trying to tell you that this is that simple, but it is. There are really cool, with the world today, there's such beautiful, amazing technology. I've done this for a lot of people. I'd be honored to do it for you for free. I want nothing in return other than this. If you DM me, I will help you start a podcast. You and I together will start your podcast, okay? We'll do it for free, okay? In return, though, you have to go launch your first episode within 7 days. Do we have a fair deal on that? If you've been inspired by any of this, go live on Facebook within the next 7 days. Heck, the minute that I end here, the minute that you literally are like, oh, I'm in, stay in this moment right now. Are you inspired? You are, if you're still listening. Here's what I want you to do. The minute that you end this podcast or this video, okay, I want you to then go live right now, and I want you to tag me in it. Go live on Facebook or Instagram, or get it to me, and I will support you. I will light up your comments, and I want to see that you're taking action. This is how we coach, guys. It's scary, right? First time I learned to surf, it was terrifying. The water was cold, and I was terrified of sharks. However, I went with my buddy surf instructor, Greg. He paddled out. He was there with me side by side. When my first wave came, he gave me a little nudge on my board and said, go get it, brother. Yeah, he was there to guide me, and I'm here to guide you guys. My goal in life, my passion in life is to help you grow your business and help you triumph in business and life. That's why my company is called The Triumphant Life. My Instagram handle is @TheTriumphantLife. I want to help you triumph in life, but you have to take action. What we have to do is take content and ideas and implement them. And how do I know these work? Because literally 2 days ago, we did this for our Medicine Business Academy coaching students, okay? So we have MIB Academy. And we took them through this, and everybody they had to go live on Friday, okay? So everybody goes live. Sure enough, here's what happens. Thousands of views. Hey, I got a potential $4,800 deal. Holy crap, this guy wants to invest 200 grand with me. Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, yep. But they wouldn't have done it without me there nudging them along, right? Now, that's what obviously the Medicine Business Academy is set up to do, but that's what a coach is meant to do, is to let you know a really cool idea and then to be there to guide you with it, okay? And we've never lost anybody yet. Nobody has died doing a Facebook Live. We got really close one time, but nobody has died, and nobody has been bitten through the camera, right? Nobody's going to bite you. So the minute that you end this recording, go live and share a topic, a point, a thought, an opinion about what you do. Hey guys, so-and-so here. Here's who I help. I want to share with you a quick tip. Bye. Take 5 minutes and you're done, okay? And then if you go DM me, that's the Facebook Live. That's number one, free strategy. Number two, if you go DM me on how to start a podcast, if I teach you to start a podcast and I bust my ass for free and I give you my time and my energy and all of the things that I've learned to teach you to go start a podcast, you have to record your first episode within 7 days. Is that a fair deal? Like a fair virtual agreement between you and I? Guys, I challenge you on this stuff because I know how critical it is for my business. And think, like, why would I be sharing this? Because it's free and I know it works for you. And if you have this heart and this passion and this goal to reach more people and you don't want to mess with paid ads, this is how it's done. And how do I know? Because this is what I'm doing. See, we do paid ads. Yes, I love my YouTube ad strategy. However, when people get into my database, they don't know me. So how do you convert them into a raving fan? Long form content, long form educating. And I do that through a Facebook Live. That Facebook Live gets downloaded, okay, and re-uploaded to YouTube as a YouTube video. We throw a YouTube thumbnail on it, okay? Then I pull the audio off of that. I record an opener for the podcast, I record a closing for the podcast, and then that audio gets pulled as an MP4 file and then uploaded to the Triumph of Life podcast on Spotify and on Apple Podcast. And guys, right there it is. 2 free ways, my 2 favorite free ways to grow your business and share your message using Facebook Live and a podcast and long form content. I hope you learned something. If you learned something, please DM me and let me know what you learned. And if you did learn something, please share this with a friend. The greatest compliment I could ever get is you sharing my content with a friend so we can reach them. Guys, I'm on a huge mission right now to reach more people, to help you grow your business. If there's anything that I can personally do to help you, please get a hold of me and reach out. It won't be a sales guy on our team or anything like that. It will be me personally helping you with your Facebook Live, with your podcast, with your business, with writing a book, with developing an online course, with growing your business in our Minutes in Business Academy. I'm here for you. You got a friend named Coach Nicky T, and I hope you learned something from the 2 free strategies to grow your business.